Hey there, golfers and golf fans. Tom Saguto here, going undercover with a putting episode. Yes, we're finally breaking the putter out. Got a lot of requests for a putting episode, and I figured I would teach you the most important fundamental when it comes to putting ever. So let's get started. Here's what you need to know about putting. And this video isn't going to be very long, because once you get this down, you're never going to miss your line again. You're never going to hit your putt offline again. You should never do it again. You're always going to hit your line. I'm not talking about reading the green. I'm talking about hitting your line every time. Because if you can hit the same line every time, the chance of you making that putt is going to increase dramatically. Did you know that 99% of tour players did you know that tour players make 99% of 3-foot putts? Putts as long as your putter, about 3 feet long, 99%. The worst player on tour, the worst out of the best in the world, made 99.6% from 3 feet. And he wasn't even ranked, he was 195th in the world. The best player made 100%. Now these stats are from a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. But the fact is that even the worst player on tour makes 99% of 3-foot putts. Now how do you go about making 3-foot putts? When you get over a 3-foot putt, are you nervous? Does the putt not go in? Do you often miss the hole entirely or lip out a lot? The club face is the issue for you then. A lot of times. I'm taking break out of the equation. Assuming a straight putt, if you're missing your 3-foot putts, you need to get this fixed immediately. Here's what we're going to do. On a 3-foot putt, this club face right here, if it is closed or open about 2 degrees or 2.5 degrees, you are missing it every time. You might not even get lucky. You're missing it every time. What we need to do is put that ball right in the middle of the hole. So how do we do that? We control the club face. The club face is the most important element of putting outside of the stroke and read. This is probably the most important part, because the club face, like in the golf swing, determines the start direction of the golf ball. So wherever this points at impact, the putt's going to go. Let's get down. I'll show you some putts. So let's see best angle for this. Well, this will do. I'll get it right here. Okay. I'm going to put a couple golf balls down, and I'm going to hit them with different club faces. So first one here, this is going at, you see that lovely doorstop right here? I'm putting to this doorstop. I'm aiming at the doorstop with the club face. I'm keeping the putter aimed at the doorstop. Hits the doorstop. Alright, this putt, I'm going to hit with an open club face where it's pointed to the right. You see that there? I'm going to take a stroke as if I'm going at the doorstop, but the face is open. That went way off to the right. See the club face controlling the start direction of the ball. I'm aiming at the doorstop still, but now my club face is closed. I'm going to take a stroke as if I'm going for the doorstop. No matter what my stroke is, that putt is starting in the direction the club face points. Okay, what's this mean for you? Let's move this over here. When you putt, your club face should not be opening or closing at all through the hit. So no rotation of the hands. Keep the hands quiet. Like this. See, there's no putter rotation going on. Any rotation that you think you're seeing is an illusion. There is absolutely zero rotation of the hands. Let's take it up a notch. Watching my hands. Zero rotation. The only reason the putter traces back and up, and it looks like you might see the club face at times, is because we're swinging on a slight arc. But don't think about that. Think I'm turning my shoulders back and forth. No hand manipulation. If you roll your hands like this, your club face is changing immediately. If you flick your wrists, you also bring in a ton of different variables. So keeping the hands extremely quiet will make you an excellent putter. So going back to the golf ball, if you want to hit your putt on your line every time, simply see your club face, and you see the alignment post is lined up at your target. Keep that alignment post pointed at your target. Back and through. You're always going to hit your line. No matter what course you're playing, no matter what putter you have, you're always going to hit your line. I'm going to hit this doorstop all day because my putter's pointed at the doorstop. So I don't have to think about the mechanics of the stroke necessarily. I don't have to think about taking it in or taking it out. I just take the putter back and make sure I come through with it pointing at the doorstop. There's zero thought here, and the cool thing is there is zero thought. I'm not even trying. There it is again, another doorstop. $1 million putt, doorstop. I don't even have to think about this. There we go. Repeat. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Point it at your target, go. Easy game. When you're playing mini golf, you don't think about this too much. Point at your target, go. There's another doorstop. And this is going to be the key to consistency. Okay? So here we go. Taking you all up a notch. So, now that we got that ironed out, the club face of the putter is the most important aspect of putting. If you cannot control this, if it is going through like that, if it's hitting the ball like that, if it's hitting the ball like this, if you're going right and left, but rarely hitting the center of the hole, that's no way to play. As in, I'm like the baseball coach here with my head. That's no way to play. Why would you do that? And you know what happens when you do that? You gotta wear the sign. It's called golf because all the other 4-letter words are taken. You end up saying more expletives than making putts. Then you throw your clubs in the lake. Then you have your friends go get them out of the lake. Or you pay the squirrel down the street to go pick them up out of the lake. You want to save yourself the money and the effort and the time of throwing your clubs in the lake and all these problems. Get your club face right. You're going to start making putts left and right, and you can open up your wallet in your pocket and say to your buddies, drop all your cash in here because that's where it's going. I'm making this putt. They're going to give you 5-foot putts. They're going to give it to you to say, it's a street putt. Jim's got it today. He's got it. He's good. It's true. You get this club face right, boop, boop, boop. That's consistently consistent. That's the same. That's going to start my target all day long. Now, if you're one of those people that's doing this, you are never going to be consistent. Let me get that in your head. Never. Never, like never. It's never going to happen. Like forever, never. But if you're like this, it's perfect. Perfect all day long. I hit my line 100% of the time. I hit my intended target line 100% of the time. Think about that. That's an awesome number. It's not that hard though. If you keep the club face square, pointing at your target, you're always going to hit your target. What does that mean? It doesn't mean that I make every putt. I said I hit my line every time. It doesn't mean I make every putt. The line is whatever I've read the putt, that's wherever it's going. That's where I think it's going to break. I hit my line. Let's say I want to start on my intended line. That's my intended line. I started it on line. It doesn't mean it's a good read, but it means that I started it where I intended to. And when you start it where you intend to, you make more putts. The next step that we got to get into though is reading. I'm not covering that in this episode, but for the life of your golf game, please shore this up. Please get the club face square. I don't know how many people I see. It's far too many. It must be a disease in America or over the world. How many people think that they should rotate their hands through impact? Stop it. Stop it today. Stop it today. Can you promise me that? Can you look me dead in the eye right here? I am not. All right, put your hand up in the air. I state your name. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will not manipulate the club face of the putter through the impact area, manipulate the club face of the putter through the impact area forever, so help me God, so help me God. I will never change I will keep this putter face square through the impact area every single time. I will hit my line every single time. And as a result of doing all these great things that Tom has shown me, and as a result of doing all these awesome putting things Tom has shown me, I will hit my intended line every time. I will hit my intended line every single time. Okay, you've taken that oath. I'm holding you to that oath. You keep your putter face pointed at your target, you're gonna hit your target every time. All right, golfers and golf vets, this is your weekly tip. Go out there, make more putts, and I will see you on the range. Thanks for watching.